We all want more clients and more income in our body contouring businesses, right? So we market and advertise and spend a good deal of our budget to attract leads. And then we want to convert them to sales as soon as possible. Problem is, most of our leads are not going to buy right now. But we can tell you from experience, a big portion of them will ultimately buy from you and your business once they're ready, but only if you follow the body contouring marketing rules. If you don't, you may lose as many as 97% of your leads. We'll tell you why in today's episode as we discuss the body contouring marketing rules your business must follow. So stay tuned.
You're listening to the Body Contouring Academy's Proven Profits podcast, where you'll learn simple, actionable strategies from real-world, successful body contouring professionals to help you generate more revenue, realize the profits you want, and create the life you desire. Hi, I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kay.
And we're your hosts of the Proven Profits podcast.
Hello, fellow body contouring professionals. Kay here. Thanks to you for being here too. You know, recently we wrote a blog outlining the reasons you should use social media to promote your business and to get leads. We'll leave a link in our show notes for that article if you missed it. But anyway, we realized after writing that article that we've missed huge and important marketing issues that you really need to know. And those are, 1, defining what body contouring marketing for medium or small businesses truly is. And 2, how you must develop your body contouring marketing plan. And number 3, the progression, the steps, and all the sub-steps you have to take with your marketing efforts, no matter what advertising media you choose. So, in today's episode, we're outlining the true purpose of body contouring marketing. And we're going to discuss the marketing rules your body contouring business must follow if you want to achieve the success we know you want to achieve. So listen carefully, because these rules are what we have used to build our successful medical spa. And you know, we've been doing this for a long, long time. And it'll save you a lot of time and money to model your marketing system after methods that you know work, rather than trying to reinvent the wheel. So let's get started. Now, before we dive in to discuss the rules, let's first outline the true purpose of body contouring marketing and advertising when it comes to our small or medium-sized businesses. As a small to medium business, we should be using what's referred to as direct response marketing. And it has 4 parts. First of all, like with any marketing, we need to attract leads. And because we know the purpose of body contouring marketing and advertising is to promote our business to people who are interested in what we do, not to promote it to everybody, we want to narrow that target of people interested in what we do as much as possible. Then we need to capture those leads, right? So when the interested leads respond, your business must obtain their contact information, because we're going to need that to nurture the leads, to provide value to them, to build trust, build a relationship with them, and to position our business and ourselves as an expert and authority on body contouring. And that leads to making sales. The sale is going to be a natural outcome when the prospect is ready to buy. Now, ready to buy, when is that going to be? The amount of time before they're ready to buy varies. It's going to vary from person to person. They're going to all be at different points in the selling cycle, and that can take the same day, a month, 6 months, a year, or heck, we've made sales even 2 years after the contact has first been made. Now let's see how each of these steps integrates into our 4 marketing rules. So of the 4, rule number 1, do not sell directly from your ads. Capture contact information instead. Now remember how we said that as a small or medium-sized business that we need to use direct response marketing? Well, it's called direct response, not direct selling marketing, because that won't build a successful body contouring business, and here is why. Have you heard of the 3% rule? Check this out. On any given day, only 3% of your target market is ready to buy right now. The rest is not. That's 97%. Now, of the 97%, 7% are getting close to ready to make a purchase, and still another 30%, they're interested. They're really, really interested, but they, quote, need more time. What about that remaining 60%? They're curious, they want to learn more, but you know what? They're a long way from buying from you. So when you try to sell directly from your ad or your post or your lead magnet or your contact form, you're essentially targeting the 3% who are ready to buy right away. Only the 3%, because you're losing the other 97%. What you need to do instead, create a lead generating ad or post. When you use lead generating ads or posts or other tools, you increase your target market from that mere 3% who are ready to buy right now to the 100% who are open and interested in learning more about your services, no matter where they are in the buying cycle, because they're all going to be at different points. Most of them, however, should ultimately buy from you at some point in the future. You still capture the 3% who are immediate buyers, but you're just not doing so at the cost of losing the other 97% who just are not ready. Put all of those leads in your database and start to work with follow-up immediately, because if they don't buy today, they'll buy from you in the future. What you need to do is build relationships with those prospects in your database. And we know there's some of you out there who may be super worried about losing that 3% when you don't sell directly from the ad or post. But don't be. You shouldn't be, because waiting actually provides some benefits. First, you're showing your prospects that you want to build a relationship, not just make a quick sale. And secondly, you're building your database. You're acting like a farmer marketer. And just like sowing crops in the field, as your database grows, so does your business. So rule number 1, use direct response marketing. Capture your leads' contact information instead of trying to sell them directly from your post or ad. Now, you may have batted your eyes or shook your head when I said farmer marketer. Well, we're going to talk about that right now, because rule number 2 is act like a farmer marketer, not a hunter marketer. So we know this analogy catches your attention. And speaking of the analogy, before we dive into the discussion, we need to give credit to Alan Dibb, author of the One-Page Marketing Plan, for developing it. As far as we know, he was the first to use it, and we think it defines the actions perfectly. Well, first let's explain what they are. The hunter either comes back with a kill and has a feast, or comes back empty-handed and goes hungry. The pressure is on the hunter every single day. Well, hunter marketers act like hunters. They spend lots of time, lots of energy, and tons of money trying to get a new client. Their efforts are centered around getting that sale now or as soon as possible. Or they could tell you that they're just trying to get their name out there. They use discounting to attract clients, and then they try to close that sale today. Well, then their marketing efforts and contact attempts end early with a sale, or when more likely when no sale is made. On the other hand, farmer marketers act like farmers. Farmers plant seeds, then they water and tend to the crop, they nurture the crop until it's ready to harvest. Well, farmer marketers act like farmers. They work to find people interested in their services, and once that person expresses interest, they capture their contact information. They put the information in the database. They use a follow-up system to nurture them. They create relationships and they build trust. And they position themselves as an expert and authority. They stay connected with all their prospects and secure their position as the prospect's go-to once they're ready to buy. Follow-up does not end until the sale, which for some prospects may be a long time. I mean, we've had prospects that we followed for up to 18 months and even 2 years before we finally made a sale. But we ultimately make the sale. And we'll discuss more on follow-up in Rule 4. Now, the farmer marketing system is what you should be doing with your marketing system. One of the actions you should be taking with your follow-up efforts is in Rule number 3. But before we move on to Rule number 3, Shannon has a short message for you.
Ready to start your own body contouring business? Or add in-demand body contouring services to your current business? We've created online courses to make it easy, without a huge investment, time-consuming research, or taking dangerous risks. Our online certification courses lay out complete roadmaps for implementing the most popular and affordable body contouring devices on the market. Each course is complete with an explanation of technologies, method of action, step-by-step treatment protocols, downloadable forms, and more. After completing each course, you'll have the knowledge to deliver desired results and generate maximum revenue. Become a body contouring expert. Visit bodycontouringacademy.com, click on the certification courses from the menu, and discover the courses that can transform your business today.
Welcome back. Let's move on and not skip a beat. But just to review, Rule 1 is do not try to make the sale with your ad. Capture contact information instead. Rule 2 is act like a farmer marketer. Don't be a hunter marketer. So rule number 3, portray yourself and your business as the expert and the authority. And how you do this is you stay in touch with your prospect on a regular basis. Call them as soon as possible after they respond to your lead generating ad or post or lead magnet. Then use your prospect follow-up protocol and scripts with phone calls, texts, emails. More on that in rule number 4. And what you're going to be doing is sending short, informative, nurturing emails to your prospects every 3 to 4 weeks at least on a regular basis. You want to make sure you're providing interesting educational information to your prospects because, first of all, you want to help them. But when you teach, you're also seen as an expert. And teaching also shows that you have a genuine interest in them and in helping them. As body contouring providers, we have so much helpful information to share. A few examples of types of information that you can be sharing and should be sharing are education about body issues like cellulite, loose skin, toning muscles, a little more in depth than what that client may already know. Teaching what foods to enjoy and what foods they should be avoiding if they want to reduce fat, for example, or if they want to reduce cellulite. Did you know there's a cellulite diet? Discussing the benefits of sleep. Maybe some tips on how to avoid weight gain while on vacation. Or discuss some of the benefits of detox. This list goes on and on. You should also share your clients' success stories because pretty much nothing else portrays you and your business as more of an expert than client testimonials. When your client's ecstatic and she tells her story, especially on video, she tells your prospects you can solve their problem too. If you're worried about asking your clients for video testimonials, we get a lot of feedback on this. Then we have a great blog that tells you how to do that. Plus, it has a protocol and scripts. So we'll leave a link for that blog in our show notes so you can grab it if you want it. It's called 5 Compelling Reasons Why You Must Use Video Testimonials. And then next, don't forget about hosting educational events. You need to be doing that. Your prospects and your clients, well, they're eager to learn. Presenting education is going to position you as an expert and authority. So here's some guidelines for hosting educational events. We recommend that you host them at least quarterly. Make sure you use an event calendar to sit down and plan these events. Choose a focus for each event. For example, we have found that springtime is an excellent time to discuss cellulite when everyone's thinking about taking those pants off, putting on shorts and swimsuits. And a focus on unwanted fat, well, that's great for summer. We said swimsuits, beach vacation, swimming pools, and so on. Now start planning each event about 45 days or so in advance of the event. And then about 30 days before each event, it's time to start promoting it. Well, that brings us to rule number 4. We keep referencing it, right? Something to do with follow-up. Well, you need a well-planned marketing strategy. You need to sit down, plan, and then implement your marketing system. So rule number 4 is develop a system. Do not engage in what we call random acts of marketing. So throwing up a post or an ad here and there, printing a brochure, making sure you have a social media presence and you have a website up there, none of that alone amounts to a system without a cohesive plan and protocol. Those are all marketing tactics, but you need to make sure that they follow a well thought out marketing strategy. So you need to build that marketing system, develop that cohesive plan for your marketing and advertising, decide how you're going to reach your target market, and capture their information so then you can nurture them. And what is your plan for that? So for lead generation, you can consider using a mix of lead magnets on your website, contact forms on your website, social media posts with a contact form, social media posts that link to your website or a lead page, YouTube videos with a link to a contact form or lead page. You can always do TV, radio, or print ads. If you do those, make sure you have a call to action. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to visit your website? Billboards with your phone number and your website URL. Social media ads with a link to a lead page. Digital ads that also link to a lead page. Your marketing system needs to include, it must include a lead or prospect follow-up protocol. You have to accept the fact that most prospects are not ready to buy right away. develop a marketing system that includes that lead or prospect follow-up system, your roadmap by which you bring in new leads, follow them up, nurture them, and then ultimately convert them. At the center of your marketing system is your database of prospects and clients. Your lead follow-up protocol should include a schedule of phone calls, emails, and texts. Remember, farmer marketer, you want to deliver value. You want to build trust. You want to demonstrate authority. You want to develop a relationship and make sure you have scripts for every step. And do not ever stop following up until they buy or they tell you to stop. Now, we've talked about what comes after lead generation in a blog where we outline the details of our lead management system. In other words, what we do to convert our leads over time. And again, it's a time-tested and proven method and system. The blog's called A 7-Figure Med Spa Secrets to Turn Leads into Appointments. And it gives you all kinds of great information. We'll leave a link to that article in our show notes for you too. You'll see in the article, we don't stop following up until they buy or tell us to stop. And that's because the average business, any kind of business, not just our business, not just our industries, they give up on a lead way too soon. So take a listen to the average businesses in the U.S., their lead follow-up statistic. So the lead comes in, immediately goes into your lead follow-up protocol, and you've got contact one, hopefully as soon as possible. Did you know 50% of businesses give up after this attempt if they don't schedule or convert in some other way? Contact number 2, 65% of businesses give up after this attempt. I mean, these numbers are shocking. Contact number 3, 70.9% of businesses give up after contact number 3. And 80.9% of businesses give up after contact number 4. So guess what? At contact number 5, your business has made a definite impression on the prospect. So contact number 6, you're continuing to nurture. You're allowing the prospect to get to know you. At 7, you continue earning trust. At 8, your business is probably the only business still in touch with the prospect. And so by contact number 9, you've earned a 90% chance your prospect's going to buy from your business when she's ready to buy. So at 10, 11, 12, however many it takes, you're going to continue to stay connected, nurture with education, and you're going to continue contacting your prospect. But by contacting, we mean staying in touch. You're going to be sending helpful information, and then intermittently, you're going to call or text to check in according to your protocol. So here's some final thoughts about body contouring business success with marketing. It's not really about the service you're providing because there are others who offer cavitation, lipo laser, sculpture, etc. You do need effective treatments to offer, so this is true to some extent, but your success is more about how you market what you do, about how you focus on your clients' needs, not the needs of your business, about how you create trust, because you can't sell at all without first creating trust, about how you position yourself as an expert, because we all want to buy from the experts. And finally, it's about how you deliver an exceptional experience, because everyone wants to buy from those who've made others happy. These proven marketing rules are all about this. They will bring you success. Well, that's it for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. And we hope to see you use them. Please let us know if you do. We love it when we hear from you. Until next time, beautiful wishes.
If you enjoyed the show, please find us on iTunes and leave us a review. Email us at bodycontouringacademy.com with any feedback, topic suggestions, or to offer to tell your body contouring success story. We love to hear success stories and learn about winning strategies. Visit bodycontouringacademy.com for tools, education, industry news, and cutting-edge articles. Thanks so much for listening, and have a great rest of your week.